Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverETuk UK. And guys, explain that one. I'm going to go over it towards the end of this video. It throws the old spiderweb completely out of the equation, doesn't it? Guys, this one was sent in to me from Skywatch Signal. Really cool stuff. I can't wait to go over it at the end of this one. We've got loads to go through today, including some of the evidence from you, Custodian File, Skywatch Signal. The list goes on and on and on. Folks, if you didn't, check out the last video because you didn't get notified. No surprise, I've worked it out, right? Basically, you have to click the notification bell twice. Once to highlight the bell itself, and the second time to move the tick upwards to all. So it's all under one line. You'll find for a lot of YouTube channels, especially if you don't use it often, or you're not really that familiar with how YouTube works, you just subscribe, you watch, that's it. If you click all and you highlight the bell, there'll be a tick at the bottom below. And normally that's under personalised. You want to bring that tick off of personalised and onto all. And then you'll get notified for everything. And that explains why I'm only getting 301 notifications out of nearly 4,000 subscribers. So it's a big problem that I want to try and solve, folks. I am going to mention it quite often until we get there. But apart from that, guys, I've got some big evidence for you. You saw the first video. We're going to get into the next shortly. But first, Skywatch Signal yet again. Rep Eric Burlington. No government has the right to protect or hide something of this nature from the American people. The people own this government. If this is true, that the United States and our contractors have technology that would absolutely change the way we travel, then I think that's going to make me very angry. And quite rightly so. And this is why people are talking about immunity, you know, if they come forward. Because at the end of the day, these people have developed something that could change their lives and save billions of people, not just a few thousand. You're talking billions of livelihoods across the whole world. It would affect, in fact, everyone's livelihood, right? And if they're holding back that technology, that's a big no-no. There's no way humanity should be repressed back from such things. And this is what Eric's saying, and this is what Skywatch Signal is saying. Let's have a listen.
That no government has the right to protect or to hide something of this nature from the American people. And I fundamentally believe that the government works for the people, not the other way around. And so the people own this government. I think it's time that this government stop holding on to secrets that the American people need to know. And so that's fundamentally how I view this topic. And there is a tension, just to elaborate, there is a tension. There's concerns often that are brought up that we might be exposing programs that are truly intelligence, things that are national security issues. But at the end of the day, these technological advances belong to everyone. And the topic, of the fact that we may or may not have contacted an alien or non-human intelligence, that is not for this government or any government to hold onto those rights. And so that's why I think that what we're trying to do is with the disclosure with the Disclosure Act that we're working on, I think it does it through a thoughtful process that we're protecting our technology, but we're also getting the information out to the American people and being transparent. And look, I also, for example, I fly a lot. And I fly commercial. And as I was sitting at Reagan 2 weeks ago for 3 hours on the tarmac, not moving, waiting for weather to change, and getting angry as I'm sweating in this, hot airplane, I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't it, if this is true, that the United States and our contractors have got technology that would absolutely change the way we travel, then I think that's going to make me very angry if that's true and they've been holding on to that. I think that the world deserves to be able to share in the knowledge and science that's been developed or reverse engineered if it exists. And so that's my view.
Well. the most skeptical of them all, right, in Congress, and now he's just gone full turn. We need to know about what's going on. He's seen too much already, and he's had to roll this out in the most gentlest way possible. You know, they've had to go about this in the most gentlest way possible because of the obstacles they have to come across, the doubt, the fear, all this stuff. It's all bullshit. They, you know, we should be able to go in and get this information, but because of the loopholes, because of the private companies, because of the litigation, you know, it's all put on hold. And when it's something as big as where humanity stands in the universe, I think all the litigation can go f*** itself. That's just me personally, guys. If you support the idea, you know where the subscription button is. Just remember where the notification bell is as well, guys. All right, make sure you get that tick. I'm sorry, that's going to sound annoying, but I've got to keep doing it. On to this one, and this is one that I looked at many moons ago, and I wanted to go over it again because the channel's grown a little bit. I know that you guys aren't all watching, but the channel has grown a little bit since then. So, UFO dropping probes. I don't know about probes, but we'll find out. Let's have a look. What's significant about this one, guys, is it's a huge object. Okay, we're getting quite a bit of detail on this in terms of, you know, it's not just a blur, right? It's not moving that fast that I can tell. It looks like it drops something ejects from it, right? Doesn't look like it's come from behind. It really does look like it's come from the most central point of the craft. Just the way it kind of flops out there. Look. Yeah, who knows what it is, folks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm sure you guys would have watched this at some point and you would have had an opinion on it. It's a shame we don't have more of the footage, because I'm sure this thing, if it's real, would have just gone and gone, right? I mean, would have zipped off, and that's what we would have really needed to authenticate, I guess, with a timestamp as well, and maybe a name and the location and all that stuff. But I remember doing this one a long time ago and looking at it, and I mean, there's no dragons in sight. It is pretty grainy stuff. To me, it looks like a potential opening just before this thing drops its load, and you can see it's just being slid out, almost from like this direction, you know, like it's being slid out this way, and it clearly goes like that and then woofs off, you know, goes left to right. So kind of makes me think it's legit, you know, just the way that, because I would imagine this to be completely stable, or maybe moving very slow, who knows, but it's slid. I feel like it slid out of there, and then as it picked up the air, it goes back down in a straight line. I'll just play that again for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now again, I don't know if the camera's stable, there's nothing to go on, but you can see how it's sliding outwards, and then it just... See how it's just sliding outwards, and then it just kind of veers off to the left, the object. Comes out to the left, and then it straightens out as it drops. Yeah? That's all I've got, folks. That's all I've got. That's pretty much what we would see. That's pretty much what we would see. This is what I would consider to be almost like a top hat flying saucer. Just a close-up one. Possibly very, very large as well. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think on that one. So we're now going to move on to Robert, a custodian file, and I love this. 20th of July 2025, so 6 days ago, 11:29 AM. So Robert's got the absolute precision down to a T. He knows where the hotspot is, when to expect the dragons, he knows when to film. Obviously the radar hits a potluck, he can't control that. Maybe he'll figure it out, who knows. But check this out, guys.
4, hold the focus, 3, 2, 1, hot zone, right here. Thank you, that was beautiful.
That's flipping mad, isn't it? It was a countdown. Look at that. And this is predictable, repeatable. If scientists need the evidence, there it is. Predictable, repeatable. 8 years on. And if people are still in doubt and they're like, oh, it's a fly, it's a bug, whatever, just whatever, you're either a disinformation agent, completely ignorant and stupid, or you're just lacking research and your brain is just telling you exactly what your brain's been telling you all your life. It must be something else. Look, time to wake up, guys. It's time to wake up. This has been going on for 8 years. I commend Robert at Custodian File. If you haven't already, check his channel out. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notifications. Let's give the man a chance, yeah? Let's give him a chance. He's been doing this for 8 years. We need to support him and watch his stuff because it's incredible. To be able to go, right, it's now in the hot zone, dragon's coming in, and then it come in, that tells you he knows what he's talking about. Okay, next up, and this one was also provided to me by Robert at La Lena, Tampa, Florida. Check this out, guys. Really, really good stuff. I've already done the edit, so I'll leave you the full speed before the slow motion comes down. And just to note, slow motion is always 10% of the original speed, because these things move that fast. I always work at that speed. So you'll see the normal speed, and then you'll see the slowed down version, guys. Check it out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That chopper got tagged to shit. And this is what we're dealing with. Thank you very much for sending that in to me, Robert and Lelena, just for being there and doing it, for putting your camera in the sky. That's what it's all about, guys. Alright, so I wanted to share this one with you guys. It's very, very similar to what I captured, just on a much larger scale, folks. And I don't know where I sit with this one. It's sent in to me last night from Skywatch Signal. Again, Jay's gets sent loads of stuff, and it's hard to sort of vet every single piece of footage. I don't know who took this. I don't know where it was taken. I don't know what time, what camera. I don't know, right? But what I do know is we've run it through, well, at least Jay at Skywatch Signal, he's run it through the AI, an AI program, which kind of determines whether anything's been added, like CGI, AI, or anything else, right? And it's come back as an anomalous video, just like my one, actually. And I'll leave you the I'll put the notes up as to what the AI system actually said. But yeah, both videos come back incredibly spot on. In fact, mine, and Jay will let you know in the comments, the AI system come back to him a few times and said, "Is this a joke?" Because what I showed came back 100%, and he tested it. He really threw everything at the program. It's come back 100%, folks. Check this out. Now, I do not know what to tell you, okay, except those rings that are showing up are in perfect alignment with those clouds. Right, and the clouds are going the same way that the rings are being generated up. Now that to me looks like something cloaked in our skies, and I've seen this so much now, but this is on a huge scale. What the flip? Look at that. And it just so happens it's going through there, through the cloud. What's going on there? Now I don't know whether this is real. Like I say, I can't tell you who recorded it. Mate, if someone knows who recorded this, get in contact with me. I've just captured something very similar on a much smaller scale. But I tell you what, I'm not. There's a lot of people out there going, "Oh, it's spider webs, Rob," and I'll play the clip now. A lot of people have been telling me, "Look, it's spider webs," and I'm like, I've looked at a lot of footage, and I've never ever seen a spider web move like that. Never. So if anyone's saying to me, "Look, it's a spider web," I've seen loads of them. I record them all the time. Send it in to me, and I'll happily make it public. If it is a spider web, I'll debunk it as such. But if it looks nothing like what you've got to show, it's not good enough. You know, this is a phenomena that we've got to look at, guys. I'm not going to write it off until I've got some solid evidence to say it isn't what it isn't, right? Folks, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Don't forget the notification bells. I appreciate your time. Have a great weekend ahead. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye for now.